There's going to be a premium placed in solving unsolved problems. And this is where you come in. You're entering a time where solving problems that have not been solved is going to be extremely valuable. I've been involved in several projects with Michigan Tech in terms of technology and technology transfer. The next great step for universities really is taking their research and putting it out into the marketplace. Startups, near and dear to my heart. You know, do you want to go to work for one of these small companies? It's a different experience. You're going to forego a lot of things like new cars and high payroll, but you're going to have the experience to do things that in a larger company you don't get enough. Are you the next entrepreneur? Do you want to be the next person starting a business? Instead of working for a startup, do you want to drive your own startup? It's the most risk of anything on here. With risk comes reward. If you're a junior and you're looking for being in a startup, try to find at least the area you're interested in. Go do an internship for one of those groups. You're going to be slave labor for the summer, but you'll be stunned at what you learn.
I worked for Bluebelt Technologies, and I worked there for 9 months as an intern. They do partial knee replacements, and they create a 3D mechanical model of the knee. And then I got to see the mechanics of it and how everything came together, and actually the value of the classes that I was taking and like the education.
We are an emerging company, which means we're past the startup phase. We have products on the market and we're actually selling them, so we're making some money, but we're not completely profitable yet. So it's not the exact opposite end of the spectrum to St. Jude, but St. Jude was here one time.
So St. Jude Medical is a fairly good-sized company. We're in the Fortune 500. We do about a little over half of all the sales and stuff is international, outside the U.S. Almost 3,000 folks are in the greater Minneapolis area.
How did St. Jude become St. Jude? How did Bluebelt become Bluebelt? Plexus, how did they become Plexus? Somebody started with an idea. You don't get any money for an idea. So first you get an idea, then you convince somebody that that idea can be a product.
We're contract engineering and manufacturing. So we have companies that start with a grain of salt for an idea, but they don't know how to turn that into a product. How do I take an idea and actually get it into a product that's out on the market? We've done work for St. Jude, we've done work for Boston Scientific, we've done work for Medtronic.
When people think about going into the healthcare field, they might not think of electrical engineering initially, but in fact, electrical and computer engineers have made a lot of advances in the healthcare fields. One method of doing that is to create academic mechanisms here on campus where students can see that you can be an electrical engineering student and work.
Don't be afraid to talk about what you learned here. What type of projects you were involved in, the ones that you can talk about. Get those out there, because we want to hear you working together with other people solving problems. And the more specific they are to the kind of problems I have, the faster you're going to get an offer.